some reason fuck Judge. Like, I don't get it. I want to hear from the umpires why they do this, why they get Judge wrong, but not Stanton. And don't tell me it's because of the slightly different batting stance that they have.
I was going to think it was the batting stance. I'm not justifying it, but Stanton's batting stance is so open that you can almost see it a little bit better. I'm wondering whether that might be. I'm not.
But you know what? It's the umpire's job to read the stance.
Of course, yeah. No.
The umpires can't do their jobs. They're going to lose their jobs to these stupid robot umps.
I have a feeling that's what their excuse would be. Definitely not justifying it, but it's just ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. It's unacceptable. Because they're basically that are basically on the ground. They're basically bouncing off the floor and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's all started because Trout's a boring fish. You know, they were so fun, but did Judge take it too far again?
No! No! He didn't. He's literally saying his teammate, who we count to go out here win an MVP, takes this thing into a freaking next level.
Second he fails, they're going to bring up the fact that Judge just said it. Yes, you know that's a fact. We have a bunch of idiots in the fan base. We're going to overreact.
Be angry.
No, it's spring training. There's no reason to ask.
No. So he probably was like, yeah, he does. But, you know, I don't think people are realistic.
No, what his answer should have been was it's early.
We're talking about it.
We'll see how the season progresses. That's the answer.
I don't think
exactly. He shouldn't base
making a bigger deal of it than it is. I do agree that the media are ask questions which put us in a position where it causes these things to happen. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's a big deal. Move on.
Spring training means nothing. Greg Bird used to break records in spring training. And if Judge came out and said, oh my God, Bird's going to have an MVP type season, you all would jump on his ass too for that one. Because it's
Judge never spring training.
That's not what Judge is saying, though. He's saying
I
that
understand what Judge is saying. My point is that now's not the time. Wait till the season starts and see how everyone's handling it.
But Evan, Judge didn't call a press conference. Didn't call a press conference going, oh, guess
why
what?
were there press conferences during spring training? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
He asked the question, he answered it. Big deal. What's the problem?
They shouldn't be asking questions. Shut the fuck up and let the people practice.
It's their job to ask questions. It's their job to ask stupid questions. It's annoying.
This is why baseball is so fucking frustrating, because it's a 9 months out of the year sport where they're asking questions daily. This is the time where they should be prepping for the season, and the media and the fans should not be involved in this. It's stupid.
Well, that I agree with, for sure. But that's nothing to do with their judge.
I'm not blaming Judge. I'm just saying the whole process is stupid. It doesn't perform because we have an idiotic fan base with over 200 million fans over the world.
The person that's going to get in trouble for bad performance will be Gary Sanchez. It'll be nothing to do with that.
So, dude, you're wrong. So many fans are going to bring up what Judge just said. I guarantee it. Watch.
Well, that's on the fans.
Exactly. And then it's How much chaos can the fans cause? Quite a bit. We've already talked about the fact that Gary is somewhat mentally weak. So if he goes on Twitter and starts seeing all these stupid fans, he's going to get mentally upset about it and start to suck more. Because that's what he does. He gets in his own goddamn head based on what everyone else's expectations of him are, and then he doesn't live up to them.
Can we turn to another topic, because Brian Hope just put out a pretty alarming tweet. Zach Britton was sent for an MRI yesterday. He experienced soreness after throwing in the bullpen.
Oh,
no. Let's just hope that is...
about this shit now. God damn it.
Let's hope it's nothing serious.
Yeah, and you were actually in a good mood today, Ev.
A fantastic mood. Last night, today is lovely.
Get their arm licked back.
Yeah, that's a problem. First it was Schmidt, now Britton.
Right. And now we're going to hear that the Oswego trade was bad.
All of last year, we lost a guy for Tommy John, who's a key to our bullpen last year. It's a problem,
no,
man.
This is bad. This is bad.
Yeah, let's just cross off fingers that the MRI comes back where it's just, there's nothing major, and it's just a matter of just resting up.
Right. But this connects so many other issues, because now, one, the Ottavino trade looks pretty uncomfortable. It's still good because the people that we got for him are still going to be here, blah, 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 whatever. But that's one piece that's not there, which also means Herman needs to be used more, whether you bring him in the bullpen or not. So you're going to be getting a lot of these other guys that have to come up and fill that gap if he's out for a significant period of time. If the MRI shows that there's damage, then he's probably going to be out, 4 to 6 weeks type of thing. I mean, this is but it's really bad.
Not that you ever want an injury, but when you look at the calendar of baseball, now is the time. If you're gonna have have to take a step back, you'd rather.
When we've lost a key setup, man.
No, it's just gonna put the spotlight on other. The only good
going to have to play out of his mind. He might even have to pitch 2 innings to close. This is going to have a huge knock-on effect. If he's hurt, we're fucked. He's our best reliever. There's not even
100%. Yes, he's better than Chapman. I actually think he should be the closer, but it is what it is.
He is our best reliever, without a question to that. So we'll have to wait with bated breath now. I don't know why this keeps happening. Why so many guys have to get their arms looked?
And the other part that sucks is it's a lefty arm. Lefty arms in the bullpen are important because you want to try to get people off balance. You want to throw the lineup off balance towards the end of the games.
So one thing, this is very important that we did sign O'Day and Wilson, and we have that bullpen depth with some of those young guys that we can use. Even Boone just said that it is possible Britton won't be ready for opening day. They should just keep him out until he's 100%. Don't.
I think this is going to be a big deal. I think this is a big injury.
I say you expect the worst, but hope for the best. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Really, at this point, we're so, and I hate that we have to say this, we're so accustomed to injuries to key players, but that's just been the case over the last 4 or 5 years now.
Right.
There's so many guys go down, and we hear all the time that it might not be a big deal. He might miss a couple of weeks, and it turns out he misses a couple of months or a whole season. So just wait for it.
Rob, in the tweet, did it mention, was it elbow soreness? Was it elbow discomfort that's going to work with?
Soreness in his left elbow, which obviously is very, very bad. If it was like, if you remember a couple of years ago when Andrew Miller got hurt in his right hand, it wasn't a big deal because he wasn't a righty. So if it was like, he got hit in the arm or hit in the right arm, then you wouldn't be alarmed right now. But since it's left elbow, you can only just, like Evan mentioned, Tommy John. That's the only thing you start assuming right off the bat. You hope it's not the case. But,
well, if it's not, like you said, they can't rush him back. You basically need to bring him back, have him have
in the entire game, but caveat is injury, and it's already time for that.
We've been kind of walking on eggshells, talking about if everybody stays healthy, and it's like, here we go again.
Exactly. So here we go again. Yeah.
No, and it sucks because this didn't used to be the case with us.
Yeah.
In the 90s, we didn't have massive amounts of injuries that lasted 3-4 years in a row. We have now had injuries for 3 or 4 years in a row. It's exhausting. Why can't we figure out a way to stop this from happening? I don't know what to do.
It's happening in spring training, too.
Exactly, man. Yeah.
It raises a few flags to me because in previous springs, we never used to get injuries. It would usually be at the start of the year, but now we're getting, major issues that are happening in spring. I'm just putting it out there. I'm wondering what's going on with that.
Got more information from Sweeney Murdy. He said does not appear to be the UCL, which is definitely a good sign. But with opening day only 3 weeks away, it's possible Britain isn't ready, which we all said is fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
That if it's just legitimate soreness and it's not the UCL
going into the season, so
yeah,
Brett, you don't go full gun.
Yeah, Brett should have known better than that.
Rob, thank you for these updates, man. This is good. We're getting a better picture now.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like Tommy John.
There was also a report about Garrett Cole using pine tar in his hat. Did you see that video?
So what?
Exactly. That's my point. Is that I don't understand why baseball can't just write that rule in that pitchers are allowed to use a little bit of pine tar. Yeah. It should be part of the game. Because would you rather them have, like, I sweat a lot when I pitch, which means I lose grip of the ball. And I used to hit batters all the time. I'm not throwing 100 miles per hour, but that's a big issue for certain pitchers. And if you look at, Chapman, for example, that dude sweats a lot. I would rather him have pine tar than not have it.
Yeah. Though, if you see how many times does Cole do this before a pitch? What's he doing? You know that was pine tar. You know it was something that was going to help him get
some Red Sox asshole posted that he's cheating. It's like
it's something that's been in baseball. They don't make it blatantly obvious like Pineda did that one year. It was literally right.
Yeah. Pineda did. That was
only one thing that could be. I think he said it was dirt. I think he tried to say it was just dirt.
Yeah, he looked like he just got a spray on tan. He was so fucking wet. You kidding me?
But no, a little bit of a little bit of pine tar on the brim of your cap. I have no problem with that.
None.
So, has baseball even looked into the effect of the rosin bag?
The rosin bag sucks, dude. It sucks.
With the pitcher's velocity is so, the velocities are so high on these pitchers. The tackiness from the rosin bag might not have effect anymore. They might need to use pine. They might need to let them use pine tar. Because if you're throwing 100 miles an hour, like you said, and batters have said it. I want them to have a grip because I don't want to get hit with those balls.
Yeah. No, the rosin bag doesn't do much but dry your hands and let you go for the next pitch. But you're going to keep using it and using it and using it.
Which is why we see Chapman grabbing it as often as he does.
Yeah.
Man sweats like I've never seen before.
He sweats so much.
Yeah. I mean, I sweat a lot, like you said that, but I think he sweats me.
No, he takes it to a whole nother level. I'm a sweater as well. I've never even come close to that. The dude,
she's just, she knows, there are times when, she's pretty knowledgeable. She knows a lot of the back, the stats and stuff and history. But I thought that she's, way off base with, her analogy of how this team is. It's always, if, Gary has to bounce back. This guy has to bounce back. This guy has to bounce back. Do we really think that they're going to be able to bounce back with all these players? There's so many question marks. How do they expect to so deep in the season with all these questions, with all these players that might not perform.
Every season.
I have to turn the radio off. I
don't really listen to WFA anymore because there's no Yankee fans on the station anymore, apart from Greg Martin. I'm pretty sure he's the only Yankee fan that's actually on the station.
You're correct.
No, well, you had JJ, who's a good Yankee fan. The only non-Yankee fan on that channel station that I do enjoy listening to is Evan Roberts, because he's when he's on the air, very rarely hear his bias.
But he's still very mad, and
but he very rarely shows bias.
So I think their show is going to be heavily Mets covered because it's being picked up by SNY. So I have a feeling they're going to.
Remember
I just say that I think the Mets media coverage, considering the size of the fan base, and it's half the size of our fan base. The media coverage they get, far away the kind of coverage that we get. It's kind of strange.
I do. Yeah, I do.
My favorite argument with them is, well, look at this. Look how short right field is in Yankee Stadium. I hate that argument. It's so stupid.
Yeah, look at Fenway's ridiculous fucking.
Yeah.
They have a big ass screen monster and a fucking short court. They're idiots.
Well, City Field, as beautiful as City Field is, they've had to move the walls like 3 times. Right?
Shitty Field sucks. Shitty Field is the worst. It literally, you know what it's good for? It's good for its parking lot. If you want to go to a concert there, enjoy the concert. The parking lot's great. But the entire stadium sucks.
I don't know. It looks good when you see it in game on TV. I've never been there. It looks like a nice.
I've been there. No, it's lovely. I'm just being.
Yeah, I'm just saying they moved into the wall.
No, City Field. It is a nice. It's a nice stadium to watch the game at.
You can be really high up and still the view is very good. Whereas at Yankee Stadium, you're in the top bleacher, you're not seeing shit. Blah blah blah. First off, Porcello's the most inconsistent pitcher on the fucking planet. He'll go 24, and then the next year he'll go 4-21. Okay, he sucks.
The only Met I enjoy watching is DeGrom.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. Noah Syndergaard's like their 5th starter now, and Mets fans don't even get it.
Those with that Thor nickname.
They got Thor and the Dark Knight. Oh boy, Matt Harvey, guy.
Matt Harvey was Batman.
Fucking loser.
Isn't Walker with Tampa Bay now?
He is, and he's going to be nasty this year.
His velocity's already gone up. His velocity's already ticked up from last year.
Exactly.
Oh.
Well,
Because the Mets are a poorly run organization, and I'll say it every year. They suck.
Well, at least we don't have anybody in Tampa saying that Walker's going to win this Cy Young.
they're not dumb, but he might actually win the Cy Young. I mean, Charlie Morton almost did it twice, and he's what, 37 years old, and was considering retirement. He was not supposed to pitch this year, and he's still going because he was that nasty in Tampa Bay. It's amazing.
Now, Morton was very underrated as a pitcher.
He's
I'm
so
incredibly impressed with the way that Tampa run their pitching staff. They was basically Garrett Cole's contract, and annual contract compared to our $300 million, and they were far better than us last year. Far better.
So I don't know if you guys heard, but Rob said we're still a free agent. So that just tells you how dumb the Mets are. They literally
better managed, better pitching, much better, much hitting, everything about the Tampa Bay far away from what we did last year. So,
Why nobody's picked them up just for depth?
Tampa Bay should.
They should. I mean, they just know how to develop players that are like at the end of their career. It's a really good fit to go if you need to fix your career.
Yeah.
And that used to be Pittsburgh.
So I'm really glad they didn't get Ty on. Because,
Yeah, they wanted Tyon and Kluber from what I've heard.
yeah, so it's a good thing we got him. But if Tampa Bay got both of those guys, you can expect somehow a co-Cy Young.
No, they would have gotten 45 wins and an ERA of about under 1.
All right, well, we're going to wrap this up. Torres at short, Rochelle at third, Bruce at first.
yes.
Sanchez behind the plate. Frazier in left field, Tauchman in right field.
I'm fine with that.
That's a solid lineup.
He is pitching.
We could see that in the season. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Bruce has done pretty well in the game. Plays. He looks like he's making a run.
I prefer Dietrich over Bruce.
I do too, but this is what I think is going to happen. I think for some reason Bruce is going to make the team, and they might extend Dietrich on a minor league deal because I think he's more willing to take it, whereas
Bruce wants a spot.
I'm pretty sure Bruce has an opt-out at the end of March.
March 25th.
Yeah, so if he doesn't make the team, he's just gonna opt out. So I think they're gonna have him make the team and then extend Dietrich on a minor league deal because his opt-out is not until May 1st.
Okay.
I would like Bruce to make the team. I think
I
like base. I think he can fill in the outfield perfectly fine for first base.
And we got Garcia on the mound. And so we'll see how he responds from his last outing.
Yeah.
Now, we're
Well,
just,
he's gonna be fine. I'm not worried.
yeah. I mean, he didn't get rocked. Yeah. But,
Just a couple of solo home.
yeah.
I have no rush for any of these prospects. I want them to develop and come up when they're comfortable. That's the big thing with me.
You know, I want to see. I'm not worried about the numbers. I'd be more focused on his composure on the mound. Yeah, just to see if he's able to just ignore the previous start and just look forward.
I mean, we've seen him already.
I think that's a fair expectation.
I think we've already seen him do that in his career. I mean, he really does not fail much under pressure, and he's said he wants the pressure. So,
Yeah, I'm not too worried about even his boys because his boys is terrific. I mean, just looking out for his stuff. This is all speed stuff is snapping, and he's getting good secondary pitches going, and you know, running a couple of home runs, it doesn't really care.
No, we don't even know what pitches they're gonna have him work on. They might tell him, look, you're gonna 2 innings. I want you to throw on change ups every pitch. You know.
Yeah, see what his secondary pitches
Yeah.
like, and then see how they develop, and that's the only thing that really matters. The running in a couple of months doesn't matter too much.
You know, I think as fans we think, you know, us, you know, a people take spring training too seriously. You know, it's not the game. Stay safe, stay smart, go Yankees.